Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me tonight. Back home, not in a hotel room. And hopefully we won't have all the issues we had last week. Folks won't get kicked off. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. You can enter any questions you have by clicking the little orange or red plus sign down in the chat window. So ask away. I'm going to jump into tips and tricks for saving at Walmart and Target, because I find that it always helps us to have some kind of topic while you guys are asking questions, and then we'll go wherever the questions take us. And we can always jump back to our topic as well. So if your questions are Walmart and Target, great. If they're not, that's fine too. So don't feel like you have to stay on track either way. I'm also going to go a little off topic to start us with, I guess, like a personal story based on the day. I don't know if any of you guys follow Southern Savers on Facebook, but I shared a little bit about what our family was dealing with today as the mail brought a collections notice for AT&T. We don't have AT&T. We don't have any mobile phone lines with AT&T, but we have a collections notice from AT&T because someone decided to open 2 phone lines in my husband's name around Christmas time. They did it under an old address, so we never got any bill or knew anything about this, but obviously collection agencies are a little smarter and found us where AT&T couldn't do that before. So in that, my husband then pulled his credit report and found that the same people who opened phone lines opened numerous credit cards in his name too. And this just isn't something that most of us do on a regular basis. We don't sit down and say, let me pull my credit report today and just see what's going on. So I guess it's kind of me just sharing as a public service announcement to not forget that you can get free credit reports once a year from each agency. So really, if you spread that out, that's 3 times a year. Don't feel like you need to do it all 3 of them at the same time unless you have an issue. Obviously, we're pulling all of them, and he's having to do reports and deal with that with all 3 agencies. But if there's nothing wrong with one, you're good to wait and pull the report from other 2, just as like a little freebie, but also a good, this happens to real people and you have no clue that it's going on. For us, it appears that everything was opened the week before Christmas in December, and from what we can tell, they actually used all of the credit cards to buy gift cards, is what some of the companies were telling him. So, you know, gotta love where your Mondays end up when that's not your plan. But don't forget that that's there. And then other folks were sharing on Facebook their tips for dealing with that, because I know we aren't the first, and we by any means won't be the last. So folks were mentioning, you know, Dave Ramsey's insurance agency that he recommends, and all the other credit monitoring services that are out there. It might be worth it if you have that fear or that concern, but you can at least get free credit reports. So that's like done with my public service announcement, but just so we all don't have to walk down the road that we're currently walking down. To jump from my PSA, let's go to Walmart and Target, and then we'll come back and answer questions. To start with, let's do Walmart, because Walmart to me is the easiest. There aren't a lot of tips and major tricks to saving at Walmart, except for figuring out their price matching system and or their savings catcher app. Hopefully you're not shopping in a Walmart store that's making their own rules as they go along, but Walmart corporate has a price matching policy, and that is the biggest way to save in Walmart, because most Walmarts will price match any store within a 50-mile radius, and that needs to be your goal. I want to look for the best deals anywhere in my area, and then if Walmart's my only option, price match them in the store. And for most of us, the deal is actually better not in Walmart. But I know for some folks, the closest grocery store is 30 plus minutes away. Walmart is your option. Then we want to figure out how to get the best deals in that situation. It's really price matching at the register. It's not using the savings catcher app. Not a huge fan. The few times that I've tried to use it, it's missed deals that I know about. But had I price matched at the register, I would have gotten that deal, and the app didn't get it. So I don't want to put myself in the position of hoping that the Savings Catcher app catches the deal, I just want to tell them, hey, blueberries are $2 a pint at Food Lion, and I want that price. The reason that I don't want to wait on Savings Catcher for that example, by the way, is that they took out all produce and meat from it. So it's never going to catch the produce and meat deal. I have to price match that at the register. So some price matching tips for you in Walmart. According to the policy, you don't need the ad, but most cashiers are going to want something. I've found that actually taking in my Southern Savers shopping list is enough for them to say, you know, for me to kind of point to it and say, hey, blueberries are $2 at Food Lion. They see it on this little printed list. They don't care what they're looking at. It's something printed in front of them, and they give me the price. You could also pull up that Food Lion ad on your phone. Most of these grocery stores have apps now, or just go straight to the Food Lion website on your phone. If you don't have a smartphone, then maybe we're going paper ads if they're not going to take your shopping list. But having that ability to price match that in the store, that's the only reason to be there. Produce and meat can be some really good savings, because if you look at the grocery stores, I can't make a salad at one store. I don't find lettuce, tomatoes, I don't find everything on sale in one store. So instead of going store to store to store to get the best produce deals, let's just bring all the best produce deals to Walmart and price match them there. Don't forget too that a lot of Walmarts will price match Aldi. Aldi's a go-to store for folks because they have some crazy produce prices. For me, their produce doesn't last very long. So they've got really great prices, but you better be ready to eat it right now. Walmart, the produce actually lasts a little bit longer than it does at Aldi. I can get that 99-cent pineapple or whatever the crazy good deal is in Walmart. As long as Aldi is within a 50-mile radius, most stores will price match them. Tricky parts to price matching in Walmart, and this is going to get you if you aren't ready for it, is that it has to be the exact same size. Let's take grapes, for instance. Walmart doesn't sell grapes by the pound. They put grapes in a little plastic container and they sell them by the 3 pounds. It's pretty rare to find grapes in a bag that you would weigh and that they sell by the pound. So I can't actually price match grapes in Walmart because grocery stores don't sell them in 3-pound bags. Grocery stores sell them by the pound. You may be able to find a cashier that was willing to do some math conversions there, but I don't think you're going to. This is really going to come down to most other produce items that are sold in units. So strawberries that are sold in 16-ounce containers, blueberries that are sold by the pint, potatoes that are sold in 5-pound or 10-pound bags. Those are all price matchable. It's not once I get down to the per pound rate. Bananas could be. It's pretty rare for us to even see bananas on sale in another store, but that one is kind of the only item, it feels like, that's left in Walmart that they actually weigh. There are a few others. But just so you kind of are comparing apples to apples, I've got to have, you know, a 3-pound container of grapes. And Amber's saying Aldi sells grapes in 2-pound bags. Then you may be able to find the 2-pound weight in Walmart, and then we could compare the two. In my store, it's 3 pounds. So you just have to make sure we're comparing the same exact items. This is also going to be tricky outside of produce. So if you, for instance, find a really great deal on laundry detergent, grocery stores may sell, I'm making up sizes here, but a grocery store may sell a 72-ounce, and you go in to price match this 72-ounce laundry detergent in Walmart just to find out they don't sell a 72-ounce. They sell an 80, they sell a 96, they sell different sizes, and that's the joys of Walmart. They almost insist that these brands make Walmart unique sizes. Go look at diapers. Walmart sells different size packs of diapers than anybody else sells. They have the little jumbo packs, and then from there, it's their own mix of sizes that nobody else has. So I can't compare the same deals, really. I can't price match, and that's going to get tricky. So meat and produce become really great deals, and there are others in the store. I'm not saying they've gone off and done this with every single product. Definitely some things that we can price match, but meat and produce tend to be the best deals, focusing on those items in price matching in Walmart. Don't forget too that Walmart price matches online prices. That I tell the cashier at the register, hey, this is this price on Amazon. Most of them just take your word for it. If it's within a certain dollar amount, if it's over a certain dollar amount and in savings or discount, they have to get a manager to make that price difference, but they will price match online retailers. Target does the same thing, so it's not a Walmart exclusive by any means, but it can be a good extra savings if we're looking at movies and other items. So small plug on that one is the Southern Savers app. It's a free app, and one of the features that is built into the app is a barcode scanner. It's down, if you have the iPhone version, it's down at the very dead center of the bar on your iPhone app. If you have the Android version, it's up in the top, trying to think about it, top right-hand corner, because nothing can be the same between phone versions. Either one, that barcode scanner is meant to help you price match online deals in your local stores. So if I go into Walmart, I want to buy a DVD in Walmart, scan the barcode on the back of the DVD. It's going to tell you who has the best deal on it right now. And then I can walk up to the register and price match that right now in the store. I can do the same thing in Target, Toys R Us, Best Buy. There are a lot of stores that price match online prices. So if you're shopping locally, you don't need to just be paying what they tell you to pay for it. You're going to save a ton of money price matching online deals, especially with DVDs and any kind of electronics that you're buying locally. They're definitely cheaper online. So use that feature, that barcode scanner that is part of the Southern Savers app to help you save in that moment. And don't forget too, if you had a coupon, that we could still throw in a manufacturer's coupon on those items. So in theory, you could scan other items in the store too that we knew had coupons, just to see what is the price for this bottle of detergent or something like that. Most of the time when we get into household and personal care items, it's cheaper in the local store than it is online. But occasionally it's not going to hurt to scan either. Okay, so Walmart as a nutshell, one other way to save, obviously if you are using Savings Catcher, to convert that to Walmart gift cards. Once you've saved up, you've entered your Savings Catcher receipt number in the app. I'm not a huge fan though, just I've said that on numerous Hangouts, but if you are, we turn those into Walmart gift cards that we then use those on future visits in the store. So don't forget that the app is there. And then with Walmart, don't forget too that all of the mobile apps that we've done numerous Hangouts on and mentioned, all of those mobile apps work at Walmart. And to take Ibotta, for example, they have so many more coupons just for Walmart than they do for any other stores that are there. So if I open up Ibotta, the last time I looked, it was almost like 300 coupons were good at Walmart. And then the next one down is like 250. So there are all sorts of extra coupons. Trying to open it up now. Yeah, Walmart today, for me, in the app has, I don't know if you can even read it. Walmart has 251 rebates. Publix has 193. And then it gets smaller. Now, obviously, this is focused on where I live. So you're seeing my stores in there first. That's the joys of Ibotta. But there's a ton of extra just for Walmart. And when we talk about these apps, these are on top of the coupons that you're paying in the store. So I use a manufacturer's coupon in the store. I come home, I take a picture of my Walmart receipt, and I submit it to Ibotta. A lot of the deals on the Walmart list that we post each week are going to be deals that pair in Walmart, manufacturer, and Ibotta offers together, because there are so many of them that are Walmart specific. It really does make for kind of, it's a whole thing that we look for when we're going into the store. One other thing to mention for Walmart to save you some time, you know, if you're your own deal hunter, and you don't want to just wait for me to tell you or some other site to tell you, the Walmart app, their free app, Walmart app, is a great way to be your own deal hunter. So in their app, I can type in anything that I'm looking for. I'm not going to buy it through their app. I actually can't. But I can type in anything that I'm looking for, and I can search in-store prices at my local store. So if you see some really, really great coupon and you're thinking, you know, where should I use this? Is this going to be a good deal in the grocery store or Walmart? Well, grocery store wise, I'm going to help you there. You can just use the item search on Southern Savers and find out, is it on sale anywhere? But Walmart doesn't really have sales. So I don't necessarily have all those prices lined up all the time with all the really high value coupons. Well, you can come into the Walmart app, type in whatever it is that you're looking for, select in-store prices, and it's going to tell you right now in your Walmart how much that is. It's not on sale. That's just the regular price. So use their app to help you kind of figure out if you're in that boat. You can't decide, I want to use the high value coupon, where's the best deal? Use their app to save yourself the trip. I actually kind of like it too, because I don't go in Walmart very often, but it'll even tell you what aisle it's on. So you can save yourself the hunt too. The app will go through all of it. Okay, so as we go through, let me jump before we switch into Target and let's answer questions. So Josie has a question. Do I know the schedule of meat markdowns at Target? I find $3 coupons and sometimes $1 or $2 coupons when they're due the next day. So Josie, it's really up to your store as to something that's scheduled, and meat markdowns, produce markdowns. This is even in the grocery store world. A lot of times they have a set time that store marks them down. It could be a specific day of the week, not necessarily based on when the items are going to expire. And sometimes it is based on when the items are going to expire as to, how much they're getting marked down. In my area, that's like winning the lottery. I can remember one time that I've walked into Target and found marked down items in Target. Meanwhile, I could go in buy low and find them marked down all the time. It just kind of depends on the store that you're in. What I would do, the best thing at every store, is to find someone that works in that area and ask them, what is your plan? So for me, in doing that, as an example, this isn't a Target example, but asking local buy low folks, the guy was stocking milk and I was there buying milk, and said, hey, you've got some milk that's going to go bad in 4 days. Would you mark this down for me? And he said, well, we don't actually mark it down until it's 3 days out. I'm 1 day shy. And he's like, but then when we do, it's $1 a gallon. Wow. Okay. Thanks for that heads up. Because now whenever I'm in there, I'm going to be looking for 3 day out milk just so I can get it for $1 a gallon. We can down some milk in 3 days. That's not a problem. So finding out their little tips, it's the best way to handle it, because so many stores do have different guidelines that they follow. I know a lot about money-saving apps that are available for Android and Apple. How about Windows? So John, this is a tricky one. Most folks do not create apps for Windows. It's just so much money already to create an app for Apple and to create an app for Android that most folks just don't even go into the Windows market. It's just not that big of a piece of the pie. So I don't think that you're going to see any of them anytime soon in the Windows market. What I might recommend, because a lot of these savings apps will work on tablets as long as the tablet has a camera, is that if you've already got a Windows phone, obviously you're a little limited there. We can't just go get a new phone. But maybe you look for deals on super cheap Android tablets so that you can run the Android versions of these apps on the tablet versus running them on your phone. And you'll still get the extra savings. There are also some money-saving apps, John, that don't require you to even use them on your phone. So I can upload pictures to SavingStar.com. I can upload images of my receipts to Checkout51.com. Both of those, I love those apps. They'll save you a ton of money, but I don't need a phone or a tablet to do that. I can use my computer if I wanted to and a digital camera to take the pictures. So those might be your first option while you're trying to save up for a cheap Android tablet, but I wouldn't hold out for Windows apps. They're not coming for most of these companies. Okay. Let's see. So Laura, in terms of Rock Hill, looking through your list, I'm always up for going and doing workshops anywhere. So Laura's question is doing workshops in the Rock Hill area. You know that I live in Columbia. Rock Hill is not far from me at all. And I've actually been in Rock Hill 3 or 4 times, probably just in the last year. The easiest thing, Laura, is to email someone who works for me, workshops@southernsavers.com. So it's plural, workshops@southernsavers.com. And she can either help you set it up or tell you when I'm going to be in Rock Hill if she's already got something that's kind of on the schedule. I want to say, I know I'm headed to the Greenville Public Library, and we're working on that one in the next couple months. And I want to say Rock Hill is in that boat too. I've been in the York Library, a couple other places. But there's no cost whatsoever for me to come in and do a workshop in your area. So setting it up, as long as we can come up with a location, is really easy. I live in the Northeast, and I've started to follow the site. Any suggestions of sites concentrated for my area? So Diane, it's tricky. If you live in other areas like the true Northeast, you want to Google the name of the stores that you want to shop at and deals or weekly ad, and see if you can find some sites that are covering full weekly ads for those stores. Keep in mind, all the national stores on Southern Savers will work no matter where you're living. So Walmart, Target, all the drugstores, Dollar General, obviously grocery store wise, you would need to have a grocery store that's in your area. Kroger list for Southern Savers, everything should match up except for meat and produce. Meat and produce are going to differ based on every single region, and there are like 12 of them. So just finding those items either yourself or finding a site that's covering just your region for meat and produce. But most of that's going to line up okay. Let's see. Oh, man, that's very sweet of you. I'm glad that you liked the workshop that much. And in terms of not wanting it to end, that's kind of amazing, because sometimes I get a little wordy and we can be there for a while. But my goal is that when I do a workshop, that I just kind of dump everything in my head in your lap so that you're ready to save as much as you can. Okay, another app-related question. Chandra has a question related to Groupon. They are changing as of March 1st. Am I not going to be able to request a check? So Chandra, what I would recommend is trying as close as you can to hit the payout. I don't know 100% if they're not going to pay based on what they currently owe you. If you haven't hit that threshold, that's the really tricky part. Because the threshold is, a set amount for them to mail you a check. I'm pulling mine up now to see kind of what all they're saying. And I saw their really long email that they sent out to everyone or whatnot. So it does say in their site, and I'm just going to read it to you just for ease on that one. But if you want to open this up too, so when I open up Snap, that right there, introducing a brand new Snap, click on that, and there's a whole bunch of information behind it. But if you have less than $20 in balance, we will be giving you an equivalent amount in Groupon bucks, rounded up to the nearest $5. So that could possibly be in your benefit on March 3rd, using the email address that you have on file, and your Groupon bucks will be good until September 1st. So if you're close to $20 and you see some coupons that you think you could redeem, I might go ahead and cash out now. We've got high value on Cliff Bars, high value on Fruit 2.0. Maybe we go ahead and use some of these. If you're not going to use them, don't waste it. Instead, maybe we do get it in Groupon bucks. It's not what the intention was when you originally redeemed the offer. But in my area, that would be some fun date nights. They've got Mellow Mushroom Pizza, a couple different restaurants that are big restaurants in our area. So, if I had $10 in Groupon bucks, that's not going to bug me too much. I've been waiting until the final moment too, by the way. So any of you that are kind of right at $20, if you think there's something you're going to redeem in the next couple of days, don't cash out now. Wait until you redeem that offer. Because obviously if I cash out with my $20 right now and then I want to redeem another offer tomorrow, I kind of kick myself in the foot and I'm not going to get that back in cash. So maybe hold out, set an alarm though so you don't forget. But for me, I'm kind of just leaving it there with an alarm set on my phone for anything that I may run out and grab this week, because my shopping day is Wednesday. So I still have a little bit of time before the month end. So John, past webinars, so good question. They're all on the Southern Savers YouTube page. So youtube.com/Southern Savers, and there are tons of them there because we do this every Monday night. And each one of them has some kind of topic, but we always go wherever the questions are, and you can usually see where the questions start and kind of fast forward around if you wanted to too. Okay, let's see. So Cameron's kind of just sharing some frustrations. I've been having a hard time in Publix and CVS. Publix, the cashiers are scrutinizing coupons before they even load everything onto the belt. They seem skeptical, and I have never left a cashier with a zero balance or close to it. And then you continue at CVS, my extra care bucks have been keyed in manually, and the total goes up and then down again, and it's very confusing. For Publix, that one can be tricky as a whole. It really depends on the cashier that you get. There are a couple very sweet cashiers, but you almost want to kind of stereotype. My favorite cashier is like the 16-year-old guy, and I will wait in line for him. I don't care if someone else is open. If I know, if I've had trouble with them, like, no, I'm good. I'll just stay right here. Put 3 things on the conveyor belt if you have to. Like, oh, I've already started unloading. I'll just stay right here. I'm good. Not because I want to work something through, slip something in. It's just not being treated like I'm breaking the law in some manner. I'm not. I'm trying to save my family some money, and I don't need to be given a hard time for that. At the same time, if you know that you're doing it right, then just stand firm too. And part of couponing for some of us is building like a couponing backbone and saying, you know what, I know that what I've just handed you is completely fine, and I will stand here for the next 20 minutes if that's what we need to do, so that you can know that what I just handed you is fine. It's very annoying. It does help that I have small children that will begin to run amok by the time 20 minutes rolls around. So they get a little faster. But either way, it's just either standing firm or trying to pick a little bit better. CVS wise, I wish that they would solve some huge issues in their computer system. So about a year ago, they rolled out a new way that they handle coupons, store coupons in particular. And so now when you use a store coupon, if I've already used other kinds, and then I go back and I use a percentage off or a total off of a purchase, it ends up wiping out all the extra care bucks that have been taken. It takes that off, and then they've got to re-enter all the extra care bucks again. But the hard part is knowing what it kicked out and what it didn't kick out, and it's a nightmare. Even the cashiers can't keep it straight. So CVS wise, this is a really great reason to not do huge transactions. My favorite way to check out in CVS is to buy 1 or 2 items, use coupons on those items, use extra care bucks on those items, get a few more extra care bucks. We're not talking massive amounts, and use those to buy 1 or 2 more items. Just because now in this crazy checkout system, I can keep tabs on what has or hasn't come off. But if we're dealing with some $30 or $40 transaction and I just handed you extra care buck after extra care buck, there's no way that I'm going to be able to make sure as you take things off and things get kicked out and we try them again, that we got all of them through. It's just craziness. And it's been that way for over a year. So it's not just your store, it's all of them. So little tiny transactions are kind of the best thing that you can do as you are building up like a rapport with your store, and then finding a CVS manager or cashier that gets it, that gets what's happening. Maybe they don't fully understand it, because I don't know anyone that fully understands it, but they at least get how to watch for what did or what didn't come off, so that they'll try it again. That's kind of the only way to handle it. And one tip with CVS on that is to remind them that it's not going to let them take the extra care buck twice. It's not. It's only going to take that extra care buck one time. So if they extra scan, like if they're not sure whether it came off, scan it again. Extra care bucks last in that setting, but scan it again. And then if it's already taken it, it's already taken it, but it's not going to take it a second and a third time. So just getting them to be less scared of just scanning. Just scan it. but it's finding that store that will kind of deal with that too. That's great. So Groupon, Amber is sharing just a deal that they got, but Groupon released a $10 off code for anyone that was brand new to Groupon. And Amber used it to get a family trip for an archery lesson. You can get all sorts of things, but date night for us, that is usually what Groupon is coming in handy for. Sometimes when we travel too, if we're headed to Atlanta for a doctor's appointment or whatever it might be, always typing in another zip code just to see what kinds of restaurants will pop up, because it's a pretty good savings on restaurant vouchers and other things that might be in the city. Okay, let's see. Kind of making sure I've caught them all, and then we're going to jump back. So I'm going to stick this up and read it while it's up. I've been couponing a while, but I usually buy items on sale that I have a coupon with, but have no idea which store has the lowest price for that item. Is there a way I can find which store should go to for items on sale that week that has the lowest price among the stores in the area? Yes, there is. I feel like I've planted you. So this is a feature of Southern Savers, and I can do my fun little screen share and show it to you. But on the Southern Savers site, and pull it up and show it to you. If you use the item search, which is what you're looking at right here, you can type in anything that you need, and I'll find who has it on sale this particular week. So search current deals, and I'm going to see everywhere that Tide is on sale right now. Sales doesn't mean that you even have all those stores in your area, so make sure that you come and you log in. So you can see up in this top right hand corner, edit profile, and under my profile I can tell it what stores I actually care about. So for the person that was asking about the Northeast, you can hide all the Winn-Dixies and the Publixes and whatnot, and just have the stores that the national stores that you would care about. But now I can see all the deals that are available on Tide right now. One more thing that the item search can do, just since we're here, I can put in a date from the past. So if you love Tide, but you don't really know what a deal is on Tide, I can come in and say, you know what, show me all the deals that we've seen on Tide for the last 7 weeks, whatever date you want, really. And it's going to show you every deal that's out there or has been out there, so that you can get a good idea of what a deal really is. And it's going to help you as you go through to truly get a good feel for the best possible sale that's there. So for example, I can compare CVS at $4.44 after the extra care buck to Winn-Dixie for $3. Now keep in mind, this is in ounces and this is in loads, but as you kind of learn things, you're going to learn that those are about the same size bottles. They're not a big difference between a loads and an ounces. The tricky part for me is that I have to type whatever is in the ad. I don't usually go back and forth. So if the ad says loads, I type loads. If the ad says ounces, but you'll kind of get a feel for what's a similar size product after you buy them for a little while. But use the item search. That's the best way to save yourself the headache of driving around and trying to find the best exact deal on a certain item. Okay, so Kat says, I'm having problems using paper coupons along with digital coupons at the same store. They hand paper coupons back that were not covered by digital coupons, but it seems they only use one digital, not my second paper coupon for a BOGO. Should I only use paper for the better deal and not sign in for digital coupons at all? So Kat, sometimes it just depends on where you are. And I'd love for you to chime in lower in the comments and tell me what store that was at. Personally, depending on the store that you're in, there are a few things that I would do. So you say BOGO, that kind of pushes me towards we're either at like a Winn-Dixie, Publix, or BI-LO, because we don't really have a lot of BOGOs in other stores. So Publix, for instance, I'm going to enter my phone number into the keypad to even activate digital coupons. But what I would recommend in Publix is that you don't even do that until they have scanned every single one of your paper coupons. Let them scan all of them. When they're done entering paper coupons, they basically are waiting for you to pay but you can enter your phone number right now. So before I swipe my card, if you swipe your card and you remember, then just hit cancel, enter your phone number. It will then take off any digital coupons that still apply, and then you pay. But this way, it's not up to the cashier at all. The cashier just took every single coupon you handed them. They entered them. If you bought the item, it came off. And then I let the system handle the digital coupons. It should always take a paper and a digital on a BOGO deal if you bought two, as long as that coupon was off of one. So for example, if I had a coupon for $1 off 2 Oreo cookies, then that coupon would cover both products on a buy one, get one. I'd actually have to buy 4 of them. You sound like you probably already know that, but just in case, it's good to make sure we're all on the same page. But I am allowed a coupon on each product. Now, some folks have been commenting on the Winn-Dixie list that they're having issues using a second coupon on BOGO items for Winn-Dixie, but that's a corporate decision as well. So you should never have an issue in the store. And with that one, maybe encourage you in the store to scan your Winn-Dixie card last, because my card is what's going to make those digital coupons come off. So let's use all of our paper coupons first, and then let's scan our card. The digital coupons will come off. The tricky part with using your card last in any store is that usually by the time you scan it, the cashier is having like this little hissy fit. Like, I need your card. I can't scan anything else. So it's convincing them to let you use your card last can be really, really difficult. Go with some, I'll get it out in a second. For me, it's not intentional, but my purse always goes in the main part of the buggy because I have a kid in the top part. And so by the time I get to the register, my purse is buried underneath groceries. And so that's one where it's like, you know what, I'll get there. When we get down to it, they've already started scanning, and then they kind of forget that they haven't taken the card. So I'm not doing that to, slip one past them or use, try to work the system. It's just, if I have a store that's being difficult about digital coupons and paper coupons, that's a great solution, is to scan your card last almost every single time. So Sheila, workshops in Georgia. I don't know if I'll be in Savannah anytime soon, though we were working on one last year. I know I'm headed to Brunswick and Blackshear, Georgia, coming up in like a month or so. But again, you can always email workshops@southernsavers.com and we can totally work on it. Let's see. So Marianne, let's jump into Target now before we don't get to Target. Target recently told me that they're now sending coupons through their app and not through texts. So I downloaded the app, but I don't see where to send a number or whatever to get the deal. Does this make any sense to you? So yes, Target is slowly doing away with mobile coupons, but not 100% either. I've gotten 2 Target messages just in the last week probably of extra Target savings. So it's not done for everybody by any means. But they are moving towards their app, and it's not going to be phone number based, but more that you've logged in. So if you've not ever gotten Target text messages, this is what they look like. You text that number at the top, 827-438. It spells Target. If you want to go old school, if anyone remembers how numbers used to spell out words, 827-438 and the word offers. So they are still sending them, and they're actually still doing all of their in-ad coupons via text message right now too. But they are trying to push towards their app, and it's going to run more like the Cartwheel offers do now. So I have Cartwheel pulled up, and I want us to go there because this is a huge way to save at Target. Target does price match just like Walmart, but price matching in Target isn't the same. I don't price match at the register. I have to price match at customer service. So I really wouldn't mess with price matching local grocery deals because I've got to go to customer service to do this. I've got to do it one by one by one. I have to show the weekly ads for everything. Target customer service isn't friendly. They're not like, yay, it's so great to see you. They're usually really grumpy. Just as a heads up, if you haven't done it recently. I love to price match online deals in Target. So again, using the barcode part of the Southern Savers app, but I'm not going to touch grocery deals in Target. So what we're really wanting to do in Target is pair together all of the coupons that are out there. So a great deal that we posted earlier today on Kavita juices. Target releases a Cartwheel offer, and I will show you Cartwheel if you've not ever seen it before. We'll jump to Cartwheel. So this is Cartwheel, and you log in via Facebook or Google or however you want. I highly recommend Facebook if you haven't already created an account, because you earn more when you are mobile. These are all the things that I saved that I haven't used. So I can come in, I can see all the offers that are in Cartwheel, and that's what I would recommend doing. Come in, view all offers, and then come all the way over here and sort by discount. And once I do that, I can see all the super high value offers. Some of them are only good for 1 or 2 days. Some are good for a while. And I can come in and I can save anything that I want. So this is a fun one. I can come in and add this to my account. I can then go to the store and buy Kavita sparkling drinks. I can use the Cartwheel offer on them. I can use a manufacturer's coupon on them. And then in this situation, I can actually come home and submit a mobile app that is in Berry Cart. There is another offer. In the end, you can get 4 bottles and they'll be completely free. Now, the way that Cartwheel works too is that these are good on up to 4 items. So a lot of folks look at it as being 1 coupon, but right here, it's a maximum of 4 items. So I don't have to just buy 1 of these bottles. I could buy 4 of these bottles. So with Cartwheel, don't leave the extra savings on the shelf. We've got dollar off coupons. You can print out multiple dollar off coupons, buy multiple bottles. You're going to get the Cartwheel savings. You're going to get the dollar off. So I've added this to my account. It says remove. That means it's added. And what that really means is that I come here, it's saved. I have numerous spots. Right now, most of them are empty. When you first get started, you only have a few. And they scan this barcode in the store, and then I instantly get the discount in the store. Now, there are some very good Cartwheel offers that are in that pair in with other offers. So there's a deal on beauty care and health care related items. Get a gift card when you buy $20 worth of beauty care. Get a $5 gift card or $10 gift card when you buy $40 worth of health care. All of these items can be paired in with current Cartwheels. So again, I can come to beauty if I want, sort by discount. Who cares about the really tiny ones? Let's go huge. And make sure that I've added in, the top level deals that are out there. And again, there could be coupons for all of these as well. So I can save anything that I think I'm going to buy when I'm in the store, and then use coupons in the store, use the Cartwheel in the store. I'm still going to get the gift card offer back as well. So there's no reason to not be using Cartwheel if you are routinely in Target. It's a massive way to save. Cartwheel is also on there, has its app. It's a pain to use on the app. I mean, right now, Cartwheel shows me that they have over, 500 offers when I go to all offers, 568. You don't want to sit there on your phone looking through 568 offers. So use their website to load most of these Cartwheel offers. It's going to be a lot less frustrating. What I use their app for is in the store. They have a barcode scanner, and you can sit there, let your kids do this. They'll find it very fun, but be the grocery checkout lady and scan all the items, and it'll pop up and say, yes, there's an offer. There are no offers for that. And then you just move on to the next one and scan them all. It's also kind of helpful because it'll tell you other things that are on that aisle that do have an offer. So you scanned L'Oreal moisturizer, it's going to say, hey, there's no deal on L'Oreal, but there is a 50% off on Olay, which at that point, well, let's put back the L'Oreal. So that can come in handy too. Either way you use it, whether it's to see what's in your buggy or to see what other items are near you that may have a discount. Other ways to save in Target. So we've got Cartwheel. We have mobile/app as they make that transition slowly to app. And then we have manufacturers, which they do take. Keep in mind with manufacturer coupons that Target can be a little tricky. If they're running a buy 3, get 1 free deal, 99% of the Targets out there do not take a manufacturer's coupon on the one that is free. So you just got to tuck that away. Grocery stores do, CVS does, Target does not. Some will, but it's really in their corporate policy that they don't. You'll also find some Targets that will limit you. So if your plan is to go in and buy all of the Kavita juices, obviously you're limited to 4 on the Cartwheel deal. But some stores will actually also tell you there's a limit on particular items and particular deals. So be ready for that too. And then don't forget, in terms of grabbing their deals, that the gift card deals are really the best things to be getting in the store. Target doesn't have massive, massive discounts on grocery items and household and personal care items. It's the gift card deals. Think of it almost like the drugstore. We're in CVS to get the extra care buck deals. We're in Rite Aid to get the Plenty points. We're in Target to get the gift cards. There are some sales that are in there, but Target really just is like Walmart, so that you go in and you buy 1,000 things you didn't think you needed today, but you did the minute you got into the store. That needs to be our focus, that we're in the store to buy the gift cards. We earn the gift cards and then we use those on our very next purchase, if not the next time we're in the store. You can't use them on the purchase that you earn them, obviously, but there's really not a delay. You can use them right after that. And with gift card deals that were like the ones we're seeing in this week's ad. So it's a $5 gift card when you buy $25 in beauty, $25 one when you buy $100 worth of baby. Those are what we call threshold coupons. And once you cross the threshold, you buy the $25 in beauty, you buy the $100 in baby, you earn the gift card. So if I went in and I bought the beauty care items and I used the 50% off Cartwheel, I already earned the gift card with the purchase. It doesn't matter what coupons I'm going to throw into this transaction after that point. So that's a huge way to increase your savings, is to pair these gift card deals with as many coupons as I can throw at them on the baby care and the beauty care and the health care items, because I'm going to get an even bigger savings once I get the gift card back. So just don't forget about those items and threshold coupons. Now, if I had a coupon that was $2 off of any 4, obviously I have to buy 4. I can still use that with coupons, but what we're talking about is the ones that are just off a total purchase. They're great to be pairing in and really, really increasing the savings. So Sheila asked a great question outside of Target land. Is BI-LO planning on bringing back their digital coupons? So Sheila, they were totally planning on bringing them back a year ago, and they never came back. I've talked to BI-LO Corporate a couple of times on this. They really have no clue what the plan is. Marketing has no clue what the plan is. Winn-Dixie has long brought their e-coupons back, so I'm not quite sure what's up with BI-LO, and I don't know that BI-LO Corporate is either. So I can't tell you. I would love to have an answer for that. I do know that BI-LO has turned off working with other companies a lot. So they used to be card submit for Savings Star, card submit for Kellogg's Family Rewards, meaning that you scanned your BI-LO card and they dealt with telling these companies what you bought, and they don't do that anymore. So if anything, I'd almost say that they're reducing the amount of things that your card does versus increasing them. Not necessarily thinking that we're going to see them anytime soon, though. So the app that we need, Kat, for the Kavita is called Berry Cart, BERRYCART. And Berry Cart is predominantly one that you're going to use for organic items. They sell a lot of everything organic, pretty much. That's their niche. But they have the $1 off for Kavita juices this week. How do I access Cartwheel when going to check out at Target? So this can be a tricky one, because I personally think that Target stores like coat the top of the stores with anti-cell phone rays so that nothing will work in there. A few things that you can do. First is to have it up before you even go into the store. Have the barcode up so that we don't even have to deal with this little screen right here. Another option, and this is from a blogging friend who recently posted to his personal Facebook page that he has hit the $900 mark in Cartwheel savings. He works at Target though, so more, power to him. He's there all the time. But your barcode for Cartwheel, it's actually always the same. So what he did just to throw this option out there, is he actually printed the online version from the website, like you were going to print the shopping list that has the barcode on it. He took it and cut it out and just self-laminated it and made like his own Target card. So now you can just scan that at checkout. The barcode never changes. It's your Cartwheel barcode. Whatever you have saved to it is going to come off. Whatever you don't, not going to work. So that's a great way. If you're having cell phone issues in Target, I've just taken that out of the equation completely. And I've basically made it like a card. Hey, scan my Target card, versus remembering to open the app. And for me, it's tricky for everybody, but I have a really hard time when I have to get the mobile coupons up to remember, okay, let me open all the mobile coupons, then let me open the Cartwheel, by the end of all of that, I feel like I've stood here for 10 minutes just opening things on my phone. So going to the paper version of the barcode is probably just hands down a less stressful way for all of us. We'll just all have little self-laminated. It's like our art project tomorrow. Let's all laminate our own Target Cartwheel cards, but I think that's going to make it a lot easier for you if you're having issues with your phone. Okay, so let's definitely hit coupons.com. This is the big change for the week in coupon land. I actually had a call with coupons.com today, their corporate office. So they did take away zip codes on like the Southern Savers page for coupons.com, any other embedded pages for coupons.com. Some folks have found workarounds in the mobile app and on the website. It is not their intention for you anymore to be able to change zip codes. So if you found the workarounds, like I had to tell them as a coupons.com partner, I won't share with people how to do it. It's kind of a tedious product system anyway to have to do every single time and then find the coupons. So I don't really know that you want to go that route. But you basically need to just kind of think of zip code coupons as being gone. Whatever you see in your area, that is their intention for you to be able to see and nothing else. And it is based on, if you're on a computer, it's based on the IP address of your computer. So in that system, even if I pull up the main site where I can change a zip code if I log in, and it's a process. But you can change the zip code if you really, really want to. But keep in mind, every time I come back, it's going to have reset the zip code to where I live. So that's their intention, is for it to be based just on your IP address. They are trying hard to, this is their words, that the CPG, which is packaged goods industry, really wants to be able to geo-target offers to particular areas. And so coupons.com is trying to comply with that. They've known that zip codes were out there for years. And then all of a sudden they just kind of decided this week that they were cracking down. And I think it really was related to just a lot of issues in the industry, not necessarily a coupons.com decision, but a more our partners that are paying for coupons to be released are getting really upset about this. So they just nixed it as a whole. They're not coming back either. So it's just kind of done. What I've done, because I got an email Thursday night at 8 o'clock that it was gone. Not this is going away, just this is gone. So I spent all of Friday morning trying to change how things were in the database. And we've moved everything in the coupon database on Southern Savers where it used to have a zip code. Now it just says limited areas, so that you know if I'm not seeing it, then I can't see it based on where I live. And part of that too is that even on their website, you'd have to know what city went with that zip code. Like it's a little trickier to do, but it is also not something they want us to do. So I'm gonna try to abide by that request as well, but it's gone. And I guess we just have to move on in coupon land. But in all honesty, across all the printable coupons that were out there, it affected about 50, and there are about 400 more. So we're still good in coupons.com, and that's just one company. There's still tons of other companies. So it's just 50 as a whole out of 8,000 coupons that are in the database right now. We'll be okay. So John asks, what are thoughts on buying coupons from online clippers? So John, I have never been really that opposed to it. Most folks will say you're paying for their time and clipping the coupon. I actually buy my inserts online. I don't get them from my local paper for two reasons. One, because I can get more coupons from a bigger city than I can from my city. But the second one is that I live in the boonies. And so sometimes I have a Sunday paper and sometimes I don't. It just depends on whether they felt like coming. And I can't really deal with that. I want to buy coupons. So I get them online, whole inserts, and they're in my mailbox every single week. And I've done that now for a couple of years. It's worked great for us. The coupon clipping sites, the only time I have an issue for it is if they are finding those coupons through illegitimate means, but most of them pay for their inserts. And just make sure you kind of read there about where are these inserts coming from. You know, now, do they have a friend that's just dropping 400 of them off on their doorstep? That is technically a legal means. Inserts that were in papers or that were extras from the newspaper, maybe you have a paper delivery guy and he just gives you his extras, actually, he can lose his job. Inserts that are extras are supposed to be either sent back to the printer. They're not printed at your local paper. They're printed and shipped to your local paper. They're either to be sent back or destroyed. They're not to just be passed out because they're really money. So if you're buying from a company, though, that is buying those inserts, so for me, where I'm getting the inserts and folks are asking, I get them from SundayCouponInserts.com. There are a number of other websites that do this, but this is just where we have ordered from for the past couple of years, SundayCouponInserts.com. As long as they say, you know what, we're buying these inserts and we're just taking the coupons out and sending them to you, it's just like I bought a paper. I just don't live in Tampa. They live in Tampa. It's like having an aunt who lives in Tampa and the aunt sent me the coupons, but I'm still buying the paper. I'm cool with that. But if we're instead getting them from Joe, who's delivering 400 of them to my front porch, I'm not telling you where the inserts come from, and then I'm reselling them to you. Yeah, that's not cool because that's not the intention of the coupon inserts at all. I think that the papers need to be bought. That was the purpose of them, and they are to be destroyed if the papers weren't bought. So, in long story of that, look at the about, see what the page is telling you about. Where do the inserts come from? Do they buy them or do they not even mention it in their about? Because then you're getting kind of shady. Oh, so Diane's got another great idea just to share it for everyone. Take a photo. I would guess, Diane, you could also even take a screenshot, which if you've not ever done that, you push your off button and your home button on an iPhone at the same time, take a screenshot. So then you've got a photo, it's stored in your photos, and then it easily scans in the store. I've never even thought about that one before, but that is a great idea to also have that if you've got issues pulling it up in the store. Excellent. So one more thing for Target, because I would be wrong if I didn't mention it, and that is the Target Red Card. So not only can I go into Target and use Target store coupons and a Cartwheel coupon, both, because Cartwheel is really like a sale. It's not really a coupon in their mind. So I can use a store coupon, a Cartwheel coupon, a manufacturer's coupon, all at the register, those three. Then I can come home and use all the apps that I want to. Keep in mind that sometimes they can overlap. I could have a Savings Star, I could have a Berry Card, but I can also always use Red Card on top of that. Red Card is 5% off your total purchase using the Target Red Card. Red Card does have ability to go to your debit account or to your credit card. So if you don't, or be a credit card, sorry. So if you don't want another credit card, you could link it to your debit card. I will confess after today that I'm just wanting to go back to a cash-based society. So we could get into security protocol issues, but we can also live under a rock. I don't know. I'm up for voting on rock, but by tomorrow I might be okay with being back in the world and using credit cards. That's just where we are right now. But it's a huge extra savings. And if you aren't using the Red Card, I would encourage you to think about it. I mean, 5% off every time you go in Target, this really does add up, especially if you're going in and getting that $100 worth of baby care to get the $25 gift card, 5% off of $100, you just saved another $5. It adds up. If you're gonna get Red Card, you can get it online and have it like right now to use in the store, but I encourage you to get your Red Card at the register because your cashiers in the store, they get a perk for all the red cards that they activate, and they're told that they have to ask every single person that comes to their line. They don't want to ask you. They're sick and tired of people saying no, but they still have to ask you. You're going to make their day to get the red card at the register. So if you plan on doing it, don't get it online. Just go into the store and get it. You'll just make the biggest smile on their face, I promise. Okay. Okay, so Kat's asking, will Southern Savers cover Southwest Florida? For instance, I research Publix coupons and it sends me to a particular insert. Sometimes the insert I go to has the coupon, but the sale isn't at my store. So Kat, in general, the sales for Publix should be about the same across the board. My question might be what ad you're pulling up. So for instance, on Mondays, I post the Publix ad that starts on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. So if you live in Florida, your ad starts on Thursday. I don't know if that could be the issue. Most of the deals in Publix are not regional. The only kinds of regional deals that we'll see might be on alcohol. They're not even allowed to sell alcohol at a discount in some states, where in other states we'll see buy one, get one alcohol in South Carolina, but nobody else will see that. But most of the things should line up. The coupon insert though, that, Kat, is one of the features that's on Southern Savers. If you go up to the profile that I showed a bit ago when we were doing the item search, you can set what newspaper you get. I don't know if we have anyone covering Southwest Florida, which Southwest to me would be like Fort Walton, Pensacola. I grew up in Tallahassee, so I'm pretty good at my Florida geography. I don't know if that's covered, but my mama handles regionals, and my mama is usually on our calls on Monday nights, kind of hiding secretly in the corner. So she could chime in and tell us if we have someone covering someone in the Southwest area of Florida, but pick the city that's closest to you, and that's gonna line up the inserts to match your shopping list. So as you're making your shopping list, I've got the newspaper selected, and then it should make my shopping list be right at what is in my local city, if not, anywhere. Oh, I was going northwest, Kat. That's true. You're in Fort Myers and Naples. I know we have all the Tampa papers in the system. I don't know about Fort Myers, but we can definitely look at doing it. So inserts are done on a volunteer basis. And it's, there we go. My mom's saying Pensacola in the Northwest area. But in the Southwest, it's going to be the Tampa Tribune and Tampa Bay Times that are mostly covered. But they are volunteer basis. So if you wanted your area covered, you can always email me, Jenny@southernsavers.com, and I can tell you how to do it. It's not really that tricky. And you send us the variations for your area, and we get them into the database. So then when you make a shopping list, it lines up perfectly with the exact coupons that were in your paper. That's the goal of being able to select your paper under your profile, is that your shopping list is as tailored as possible to your area. So as we get there, and Cameron, thanks. I'm glad that it is a help to you. It is become a career, as you say, but we also view it as a ministry, and in a sense, you can tell it's kind of family as my mom chimes in and helps. It's just too much for one person to do. So yes, I definitely have to have help, even down to organizing workshops. I just go wherever Tamara tells me to go, as you email her and she sets those up. But so we're kind of at the end for today. Target was a little hit or miss on some of the tips. We are going to have Hangouts for the next couple weeks. I don't plan on taking a break for a couple more weeks. If you have any particular things that you want us to cover on a Hangout, always email me. I'm completely cool with covering any topic as we go through Hangouts. And half the time I can't ever think of new topics since we've done so many of them. But you guys always have great questions. So it's perfect to keep going. It's not like any of them are repeats. And I just realized that I didn't answer Gen's question. How much do we pay for each insert that we're buying? So I get their subscription of 4. That's the minimum that Sunday Coupon Inserts allows, meaning it's like I bought 4 papers, 4 of whatever came. So this past Sunday, it's just 4 little 1 inserts because that's all that was in the paper. This coming Sunday, we have 3 inserts coming in the paper. I'm going to end up with 12 inserts in the mail, 4 of each one of those. So the price changes based on the number of inserts, and really you just have to look at their site, but it ends up for me coming to be about the price of paying for 4 newspapers once I add in shipping. If you want to save even more on ordering inserts though, I encourage you to go in with a friend, because they do have a 6 and a 10. Maybe you go in with a friend and you split that 6 so that you each get 3, or you split that 10. The shipping is the same because they put them in a flat rate priority mailer. So the more inserts that are in there, you're really not paying any more for the shipping. You're going to get them even cheaper. If you don't want to split them with a friend, then go for the 4. You don't need 10 inserts yourself. You're good. There's so many that you can print online that it's a big waste of time and money to grab 10 inserts. But the 4 is good. And for me, I would pay about $3 a Sunday paper. And on a big Sunday with 3 sets of it, that's about how much it's going to cost me. It's about $12 for that week's worth of papers. Now that's a lot to put into papers. So you have to kind of decide too, am I really using as much as I'm saving before you go off and get 4 inserts? If you aren't using inserts that much, then maybe you just look at going printables too. Okay. I didn't want your question to go unanswered. So we're going to hop off now, and email me if you have other ideas for our future topics, and I'll see you guys next Monday night, same time, same place. Have a good week.